Well, welcome to the Eagles who show up here on a regular basis. Ben, Rhonda, Kevin, Pastor Bob. If you're a regular attender, just make a comment down below. I'll make sure you get added to the Eagles list. We are in Ruth chapter 2 tonight. Ruth and Naomi, her mother-in-law, have returned to Israel, and now Ruth is looking for work. Now there was a wealthy and influential, this is chapter 2. Now there was a wealthy and influential man in Bethlehem named Boaz, who was a relative of Naomi's father, Elimelech. One day Ruth the Moabite said to Naomi, "Let me go out into the harvest fields to pick up the stalks of grain left behind by anyone who is kind enough to let me do it." Naomi replied, "All right, my daughter, go ahead." So Ruth went out to gather grain behind the harvesters, and as it happened, she found herself working in a field that belonged to Boaz, the relative of her father-in-law, Elimelech. While she was there, Boaz arrived from Jerusalem and greeted the harvesters. "The Lord be with you," he said. "The Lord bless you," the harvesters replied. Then Boaz asked the foreman, "Who is that young woman over there? Who does she belong to?" And the foreman replied, "She is a young woman from Moab who came back with Naomi. She asked me this morning if she could gather grain behind the harvesters. She has been hard at work ever since, except for a few minutes' rest in the shelter." Boaz went over and said to Ruth, "Listen, my daughter, stay right here with us when you gather grain. Don't go to any other field. Stay right behind the young women working in my field. See which part of the field they are harvesting, and then follow them. I have warned the young men not to treat you roughly, and when you are thirsty, help yourself to the water they have drawn from the well." Ruth fell at his feet and thanked him warmly. "What have I done to deserve such kindness?" she asked. "I am only a foreigner." "Yes, I know," Boaz replied, "but I also know about everything you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband. I have heard how you left your father and mother and your own land to live here among complete strangers. May the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge, reward you fully for what you have done." "I hope to continue to please you, sir," she replied. "You have comforted me by speaking so kindly to me, even though I am not one of your workers." Does anybody else find it interesting that God is using someone that isn't from Israel? Further the line, the royal line, and we'll see that in tomorrow's reading. Yeah, I thought about that last night. That it's not an Israelite, it's a Moabite. Yeah. And Ruth is working diligently. There's something to chew on. Do we do our work diligently? There's something to think about for a while. You all have a great night. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to put a comment in to get put on the Eagles list. I do have a new verse for this week. Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. I think we've had that one recently, but it's a good one. Y'all take care. Good night.